Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going ahead and doing the Bedford QLD 3-ton 4x4 truck with a crew of 1. Dimensions you can see on screen now, it has a max length of about 6 meters. Its role was a cargo truck, well it had a few roles depending on what variant, and number build is in the 52,000s. Armaments include none and no armor, but again this depends on what variant of the truck you have. Engine right here you can see 72 horsepower in total. And here you can see the performance with a range of 250 kilometers. But anyways guys, that's it for that, and enjoy the tutorial. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In today's tutorial we went ahead and doing the Bedford QL 3-ton 4x4 truck. Now this is in continuation of my build week for the United Kingdom. And this is day 2, and day 2 is when we do some kind of supply truck or heavy utility vehicle, something of that sort, and we're going to be going ahead and using the Bedford for this. Now this truck is pretty awesome. It's pretty much exclusive to the UK as far as I know. Maybe some American forces used it here and there with being a part of the Allies and all that, but this is pretty much the UK's version of like the CCKW, Orbital Blitz and stuff like that. So overall it's just a very cool truck, and I really like the way it came out. Also real quick, I want to go ahead and mention a channel recently that I kind of found. The channel's name is Zaniac9611. I'll go ahead and post a link down in the description. But he's also just recently started a channel. He's doing some vehicle tutorials, and definitely want to support some of the other people that are doing tutorials and stuff, doing similar stuff to my channel. And I know it can be hard to start off a channel, so if you're interested in vehicle tutorials, make sure to go ahead and check out his channel, and maybe you can find some tutorials on vehicles you like. And some of the vehicles I haven't done tutorials yet, so you can definitely go find some stuff on his channel. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look-see at this vehicle. So to go ahead and get started, we have the front up here. So the front came out pretty nice. You got the zombie heads there for the front headlights, and just a front little thing across the front. Again, not 100% sure, probably just a little bit of a guard or something in the front there. I kind of had to mess with the front a little bit. I had some difficulty figuring out what I wanted to do for it, for the shape, since it's pretty much just a flat front, nearly. So that's what I went ahead and did right there. You have your cabin in here, so basically where your, not really your cabin, but the cab. So you would have that right there. You would have your driver, and I believe there's room for a passenger in there too. I'm not 100% sure. And then I put some banners along the back here so I can kind of keep this look like it's full-on windows all the way around, because it had like a little bit of a back to it, but it wasn't like a full block. So I went ahead and put some banners behind there just to kind of show that. And also you have a few things here. A spare tire, might have been the fuel tank right here, not 100% sure. And down here you can see you got the axles, all that stuff. So some good detail going on down there. Some supply boxes on the side, and you can see them on either side like that, so pretty cool. And again, a little view of the axles there, came out really nice. And then inside here you have all your space here for transporting materials and all that stuff. So you could have like benches for troops to sit in here, or you could have just a bunch of supplies or something piled in, and you could also just take this canopy off and have it as pretty much a flatbed or truck. So very nice, there's a lot of possibilities you guys can use with this vehicle, and hope you guys do enjoy. Tomorrow's tutorial will be on this over here. I believe it's the Mark 8 Trechart, something like that. It's a light tank. We'll be going ahead and doing that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But with that guys, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial for our Bedford QL 3-ton 4x4 truck. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and moving on to our first layer, layer 1. Now for this layer, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and pretty much setting up the wheelbase, and just getting a pretty good foundation for us to go ahead and build the rest of the vehicle on. So to start off with, we're going to place down a black block of some sort. I'm going to be using coal for this tutorial with a button on the side of it. Now this right here is going to be your right front tire, so our vehicle is going to be facing that direction, so take that into account. You guys can kind of see the size of it, see where that wheel is located, and kind of in perspective to the vehicle. So make sure you guys give this vehicle a good amount of space. It's not super big, but it does take up a little bit of space, so you may need to cater to that. But anyways, after you do that, we're going to go ahead and take our stone brick slabs, place down 1, 2, and 3 top slabs in across like this, followed by a block of coal, and then another stone button like that. And then we just want to go ahead and take a dark oak fence gate, place it down on that center block or right next to it, and have it coming out like so from the front there. Now the next thing we want to do is we just want to go ahead and go from these blocks of coal. We're just going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on your 8th block, you're going to place down a block of coal like this. Again, 3 over, another block of coal, so just like that. And then you just want to place down a stone brick top slab on either side, and then not one in the center. You don't want to have a stone brick top slab there in the center. And then on the sides here, we're just going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2. Dark oak with fence gates, 1 and 2 going toward the front axle, like that. Then we want to place down 1 dark oak with fence gate there in the center. And then we just want to go ahead and place down a stone brick top slab coming off that fence gate like that. And that's going to pretty much set up your base there. We also just want to go ahead and take some stone buttons, place it down along on the sides here, these blocks of coal as well, like we did in the front. And again, this is base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and your block of coal is on your 8th block. So again, make sure you guys have that right. It's very important that you guys do have that right. Here's a little bit of an aerial view to make sure you guys can double check there. But yeah, so that guys right there is pretty much it for layer 1, and with that we can move on to layer 2. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and moving on to layer 2. Now for layer 2, we're going to be going ahead and basically, building off of this, and it's going to be a little bit more complex than our previous layer, so be ready. But basically for this layer here, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down 3 green stained clay full blocks on top of those stone brick top slabs. Then coming off toward the front, we're going to place down a polished andesite full block with a green hardened stained clay block on either side. Then we want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on either side, followed by a dark oak wood top slab behind the stair, like that for the fender over the wheel. And then we just want to go ahead and place down another dark oak wood stair on this side as well, so you should create a little fender that kind of goes like that. It's kind of curved around. Now up here in the front real quick, we want to go ahead and just take some iron bars, place down 3 iron bars across the front like that. And you guys are pretty much good to go right there. Of course, this polished andesite right here is going to represent the front kind of radiator, so that's what we have going on there. So that's in case you were wondering. Now, once we get to this point here, we're going to go ahead and take our green hardened stained clay, place down a row of 3 across like that in between those 2 dark oak wood stairs. And then we want to go ahead and take our, basically our stone brick full blocks. We're just going to go ahead and take our stone brick blocks and go back like this to this point right here. And then you're going to come out one past the axle on the rear here. And then we just want to place down a dark oak with top slab that kind of comes off to, finish it all off. So that's what you want to do there. Now, at this point here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood upside down stair right here where these axles are on the rear. So just like that on either side. We also want to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 dark oak wood top slabs back from these stairs like that. And then we want to place down 1 that comes off this dark oak wood upside down stair. And we just want to place down a dark oak wood upside down stair like that. And this is going to kind of create like a little bit of a mud flap. That's kind of what we were going for with that. And then we just want to place down their dark oak wood top slab like that. Same thing over here. So it's just like this. And this is going to start to create the rear of the vehicle. And you guys can kind of see what we have going on here. Now, once we get to this point here, we're just going to go ahead and place down 2 rows. Basically like this, so 3 times. So just like that, you can see you have your 3 rows of 2 that come from the stone brick top slabs there in the center. And we just want to go and do the same thing over here like this. Now at this point right here, it kind of depends on what side of the vehicle you're working on. You guys can kind of pick and choose what you guys want to do here. But for me, what I did is I went ahead and placed down 2 dark oak wood top slabs over here on the left side of the vehicle. And then I went ahead and placed down 2 green stained clay full blocks, followed by 2 stone buttons like that. Also, one thing I did over here on this side as well that I didn't do on the other side is I went ahead and placed down 2 dark oak wood top slabs over here on the left side. So just like that. Now, if we go over here to the right side of the vehicle, you can see here that I went ahead and did something a little bit different. Now, what I did over here is I went ahead and placed down 2 dark oak wood stairs like this again, followed by 2 green stained clay full blocks again, stone buttons on them. But this time I went ahead and when I went to this dark oak wood top slab here, deleted that, and I went ahead and placed down an upside down dark oak wood stair. I also went ahead and placed down some wooden trapdoors underneath it that go across like that, and to kind of show like this little cubby or something right here. Who knows? But yeah, I did this on the right side. You guys can do it on both sides or just do this on one side. But one thing for sure is that we want to make sure that these 2 dark oak wood top slabs are only on the left side, since it's going to be like this little fuel tank or something like that. But that, guys, overall is pretty much it for your for this layer 2. And with that, we can go ahead and move on to layer 3. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 3. Now for layer 3 here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a polished andesite full block on top of this block in the center for our continuation of our front radiator. And then we just want to go ahead and place down a ladder on it just to kind of show more of that radiator effect. Then on either side of it, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like that. And then coming off the dark oak wood stairs like this on either side, we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head like so. Now, after you go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and go to these dark oak wood stairs, go ahead and go back 1 and 2 green stained clay blocks, back like that. Same thing over here on this side. And then we're just going to go ahead and place down a stone button like that on your side for possibly the door handles. So you want to go ahead and do that. We also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some green carpet, place down some green carpet on top of the dark oak wood top slabs like that. Now, once we get to this point right here, we're going to place down a block of coal here on top of that, this stone brick full block, so a block of coal like that for our spare tire in the rear here. And then we just want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood half slabs and place down 1 and 2 on top of the 2 dark oak wood top slabs that we have placed in the previous layer. Now once we get to this point here, we're just going to go ahead and take our green hardened stained clay and do a complete outline of the vehicle. So they're just going to go ahead and run this all the way around, so just like that. So you should create a big nice rectangle, and that's going to be the bed of the vehicle where you can put all your stuff for transportation. On the very back here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone button here for a little bit of detail and our item frame on it. We're also going to go ahead and do the same thing over here on this side as well. And then we just want to place down an item frame, or sorry, not an item frame, a stone button there in the very center. Going ahead and going over here, we're going to grab ourselves some red stained glass, and we also want to take some red stained glass and place it down in that item frame like that. Now on the sides of the vehicle here, we're going to go ahead and place down some signs all the way along. So this is a little bit of a tedious part of the tutorial, so you're just going to have to go ahead and take your signs and just run it along like that on the sides here. Now this is just for pure detailing, so if you guys don't want to do this, you guys don't have to, but I think it adds a nice little detail effect to the side of it, which I would highly recommend you guys doing. So just like that, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it around over here, connect up just like that, and you guys can kind of see what we did there. Also, one thing I want to go ahead and point out too is I actually went ahead and placed down a stone brick top slab right here as well. Just a little bit of a heads up there, a little bit of a thing that you guys can go ahead and add on that I missed from the previous layer. But yeah, that guys right there is pretty much it for your third layer. And with that, we can move on to layer 4. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and moving on to our next layer, layer 4. Now for layer 4, we're going to go ahead and start with the cabin here, but one thing I want to point out too is that when you build this, you'll have this kind of design in here to hide that stone brick line in the center. You guys can just go ahead and take maybe some brown wool and completely cover this up in the back here. You could do that. You could use maybe pressure plates or something of that sort. Either way kind of works, but just trying to give you some ideas so you can kind of keep this a consistent color back here in the bed. But anyways, going ahead and moving on. So for this up here, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 rows of 3 here of I'm going to be using light gray stained glass for this. You guys can use whatever kind of glass you guys want, but I'm going to be using light gray stained glass. So we have our 2 rows of 3 there of glass full blocks, and we just want to place down a row 3 here of glass panes across the front. Then on the back here, we want to go ahead and take our green banners, place down 3 green banners on the backs of these glass blocks like that. And then we want to just place down a glass pane that kind of comes off the sides here of this row of 3 right up here of full glass blocks, so just like that for the rear view mirrors. Then we just want to go ahead and come back here, take our smooth sandstone blocks, and we're just going to go ahead and kind of follow the shape of our green stained clay. But once we get to this point here, we're going to leave this back open like that, so we're going to get a shape like this. So just go ahead and leave it at that. But that guys right there is it for your 4th layer, and with that we can move on to layer 5. Okay guys, so we're actually going to be going ahead and moving on to layers 5 and 6 to finish this build off. And yeah, so to get started here for layer 5 and 6, what we want to do is we want to go and take our green carpet and cover up the 2 rows of 3 there of light gray stained glass full blocks. So you can see right there, you just want to go ahead and cover them up. Now once you get to this point here, we're going to go and take our sandstone stairs, run it along each side. So just like this, just like that on either side. It's going to create a little bit of a shape to the top here, this kind of tarp that goes over. Then we're going to go ahead and take smooth sandstone, and we're going to go ahead and run this all the way along behind the stairs, all the way up toward the front, just like that. And then for the center here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone full block on the front here. And then we want to take sandstone top slabs, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, all the way back like that. As you can see, it creates this little shape to it, which I think looks really nice. And lastly, on the top here, we just want to go ahead and take some wooden trapdoors and place down a row of wooden trapdoors across the sandstone top slabs and then one smooth sandstone full block there in the center, just like that. And that, guys, right there is going to basically do it for the Bedford QL 3-ton 4x4 truck. I think it came out really nice, and I think it's a really cool little design. And will be pretty awesome for adding to your British scenarios that you guys may be building. But anyways, guys, if you guys do end up using this tutorial, be sure to give me proper credit. This may think from a side of the build to a link to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. Just be sure to give proper credit for the design. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. As always, be sure to suggest what World War II vehicles you guys would like to see next time, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. But that, guys, is it for me. Until the next video, thank you guys for watching. As always, for like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.